Okay class, now I will show you how to use the scanning technique to look for a specific detail in an article to answer some questions. In this technique, you don't read the article carefully from beginning to the end, but you read it very quickly, meaning that you scan it, okay? Here is the article that we will be reading with 10 questions at the end. Before reading, could anyone please tell me the name of the bold text here? This one, this one, this one. So Onion, what do we call this? Thank you. That is exactly the title of the article. And what about this one? Bon Bon. What do we call this? Thank you. That is the heading. And so this article has one title and three headings. So the title tells us about the general idea of the whole article, and the article is divided into smaller sections, and each section is summarized or represented by a heading. So the heading tells us about the focus of this smaller section. Okay. So what is the focus of? What is the general idea of the whole article, Onion? Thank you. That's right. It talks about three ways to go from Paris to London. And what is the focus of this part, Bon Bon? Thank you. Yes, it will focus on trains, how to travel from Paris to London by trains, all the information related to trains, right? Similarly, this part will talk about, Leo, could you please tell the class? Yes, it will focus on traveling by bus or by car from Paris to London, and this one will be for planes, right? So just by reading the title and the headings, we can guess how the information is organized in the article, right? With that knowledge, we can look for information quicker. For example, if I want to know the advantages of driving a car from Paris to London, I can go directly to the second section because it talks about cars, right? I don't have to read carefully from the beginning to the end of the text. Yes, so the scanning technique is very effective to answer the questions that ask for specific facts, right? Facts. What are examples of facts? Could you please tell me? Onion, give me an example of facts. Name, that's right. Names of a place or of a person, names are facts. How about you, Bon Bon? Numbers, that's right. Numbers, for example, how many people, and Leo. Time, that's right. Time is also fact. For example, days or hours or minutes. And yes, so there are many ways to use the scanning technique to look for details. But today I will show you a simple way that I usually use, and I found it easy to learn, right? The first thing you do is to have a look at the title and the headings of the article to know the general idea of the whole article, okay? And then you read the questions carefully. Yes. First step is read the question, and then you notice the keywords. You notice the keywords in the questions. For example, if the question asks about number, so the important keywords will be the number. And then you scan the article to find that keywords or those keywords. If the article is organized into different sections with headings, you can go directly to the heading with relevant information, right? Yes. So next step is scan to find keywords. Yeah, to find the keywords from the question. And the next step is to read the text around the keywords and pick up the details that you think will answer the question. Okay. Pick up the detail. And then you read the question one more time to see that if the details you pick up answer that question or not, right? That, one more check. So now, so remember that for now we try to answer one question at a time. For the second question, you do exactly you perform the whole process again. You read the questions, you notice the keywords, you can underline it or remember or read and remember them. You scan to find the keywords and then you pick up the detail. Yes. To make it clearer, I will give you an example by answering the first question. So Onion, could you please read me the first question? Thank you. Which bus line is mentioned in the article Flixbus, BlaBlaCar or Aerocar? So the keyword in the question is bus, right? So I go directly to the second section about bus or car because it focuses on buses and cars. And I read quickly to find a name because it asks for a name, a bus line, right? And I found this. I found Flixbus offers services. Yes. So the name here is Flixbus, and that is my question, my answer. And the next question is, Bonbon, can you please read it? Okay, thank you. How many direct flights are there from Paris to London each week? So what are the keywords here, Bonbon? That's right, the keywords here are flights and weeks. Flights mean airplanes, so I can go directly to the last section that focus on plane, right? And I read to look for week, and I found it here. More than 1,000 direct flights depart from Paris for London each week, and the answer is 1,000 direct flights. Okay, that is one way to use the scanning technique. And now I'll give you 10 minutes to find the details for the remaining questions, and 2 more minutes to transfer the answer to the Google form. So you can find the link to the Google Forms in the email I sent yesterday. In the Google Form, it has the questions and multiple choice answers, and the only thing you need to do is to select the good answers for each questions. And when you finish, you press the submit button. So using Google Form, I will know which questions is more difficult for you because some of more of you will answer it wrong, and we can focus more on those difficult questions, right? We can spend more time explaining the questions and explaining how to do it properly. Okay, very good. 10 minutes start now. Time's up. Did you finish the Google Forms? Thank you. Very good. Now we go through the question together, okay? Onion, could you please read out loud the question number 3? Okay, thank you. The question number 3 is, what is the speed of the train line Eurostar? So how does you do it? What are the keywords here? Yes, the keyword is speed and Eurostar. Yes. You go to directly to the first section, which writes about trains, and you look for Eurostar and speed, right? And the answer is right here. Travel at speeds of up to 186 miles per hour. That is the answer, right? The next question is more difficult because many people gave the wrong answer. The question is, how long does it take to drive from London to Paris through the Channel Tunnel? Okay, so the keywords here are Onion. What are the keywords here? Yes, thank you. Is how long, meaning time, right? Not distance. How long means time, not distance. Some of them chose distance, but it's wrong. And other keywords are drive means car, not bus, and Channel Tunnel. Okay, so we can go directly to the second part about buses and cars, and we look for information about